Good evening, y'all. Welcome to another edition of the S.O.B Sports Report Talking S. I'm Nick.
I'm Manny.
Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you for all the feedback, both positive and negative. If you would, give us the time to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and share it with some of your friends. Thank you very much as well to our boy Christian. He's our producer, and he always takes the time to make sure that this is right for us.
Once again, we would like to thank you for your continued support. Mr. Christian, what's the question?
All right, let's go straight into it. UFC 252.
All right, y'all. So with that being said, I'm super excited for this trilogy fight. Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic. Fight is 1-1 and it's for all the marbles. So it's going to be in a 5-foot smaller cage. You have Duke Roufus adding to Daniel Cormier's arsenal as a coach. Duke Roufus is one of the best minds in MMA. But then you have Stipe Miocic coming to this fight who made all the right adjustments to beat Daniel Cormier last time. I'm not going to make a prediction on this, but I will make one prediction. I will say, regardless, win or lose for both fighters, I think this is the last time we see either of them in the octagon. I think whoever wins is clearly going to go out on top, and whoever loses is going to retire regardless after. That's just my 2 cents on it. As well, you have Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. Who doesn't love Sean O'Malley? Everyone, he's the young sugar show. He's the young gun up and coming. They've done a really good job in grooming him and giving him good fights to, build his brand. But now he's fighting Cheeto Vera. This is his real first test. Cheeto Vera was on a 5-fight win streak up until his last fight against Song Yadong. That was a bullshit decision. I don't care what anyone says. He beat Song Yadong in that fight.
Horseshit.
Cheeto Vera brings a lot of different stuff to the game. Great jiu-jitsu. Amazing in the clinch work. He's very long and rangy, and especially in his torso and leg area. So I'm really curious to see how this fight goes. I personally would say go put your underdog money on Cheeto Vera. I'm going to just say it. Y'all are going to call me stupid next week. Come next week, if Sean O'Malley does win and knock him out in spectacular fashion, I don't see it happening. Put your underdog money on Cheeto Vera. So with that being said, talking about some fights, let's transition right into the fight we saw over the week. What were you thinking about the fight between the Astros and the Athletics?
Oh, you mean that bitch fest with a bunch of jabonis that can't even throw a punch for their life?
Man, what is up with the MLB fights anyways? I'm really curious on this. Can we go back to the fights that we had last year between Bryce Harper and Hunter Strickland? At least, man, Bryce Harper had to become a counterpuncher because Hunter Strickland was sticking the man.
Well, to be fair, Bryce Harper can't throw a helmet for his life, but yet the man got paid over $300 million to throw a ball.
Yeah, it works out. I think he got paid over $300 million to hit a ball, so.
Fair enough.
Very good.
All right, guys, what's going on around the league?
Well, what's going around the league right now is the Portland Trail Blazers are currently in the 8th spot, thanks to the back of Damian Lillard carrying the team with 56 points in the last 2 games. Currently, the Suns are going on a hot streak. They're still on 7 games in a row, but they have to win that crucial number 8 to have a chance at the 9th spot. But in order for them to get to the 9th spot, the Memphis Grizzlies have to lose against the Bucks, which is going to be an issue because the Bucks just lost their star player Giannis due to that man just headbutting another man clear across the court.
Sticking with the NBA, who's your bubble MVP?
Easy question. Devin Booker right now, averaging 31 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds in the bubble. And then let's talk about that game-winning shot he had on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Absolutely insane. You got to love Devin Booker and what the Suns are doing right now. What are you thinking right now? Who's your MVP, Manny?
Well, my bubble MVP is going to be the former Sun who got traded for a bag of Cheetos is TJ Warren, who's been averaging 34 points per game. Even though he had a terrible outing last game, just having held down to 12 points, he's still the bubble MVP, just consistent.
All right, Manny, so moving right along. Who's your most underappreciated player in the bubble?
Well, I don't think he's underappreciated. He can be a Batman on most teams, but it has to be Kristaps Porzingis. The man is averaging 30 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. He is a great Robin. Mr. Nick, how about you?
I just want to say that's the most casual pick anyone could have picked, but it's all good. I love you, Manny, regardless. I'm going to say Michael Porter Jr. from Denver, averaging 25.5 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal a game, as well as 1 block. And all the extra stats that you don't get to see, all the dirty work that he does. You got to really respect what Michael Porter's doing over there in Denver.
With the NHL Playoffs going on, what are you guys looking at for the Stanley Cup?
So I think there's 2 series to watch out for. You have the New York Islanders and the Washington Capitals for the Eastern Conference. I think the winner of that division goes on to the Stanley Cup. And then as well for the winner of the Western Conference, you have the Arizona Coyotes. I may be a little biased, as well as against the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado Avalanche's front court is absolutely insane, but I really like what the Coyotes are doing defensively right now.
I'm going to keep mine short and simple. Well, I'm going to go with the Golden Knights. They're first in their division, and they are on top with 86 points.
Well, we're going to transition just like Happy Gilmore, going straight from hockey to golf. Let's talk about Colin Morikawa. It's Colin Morikawa. I'm very sorry about that. 23-year-old golf stud hit a 293-foot shot to set up a 7-foot putt for eagle. Finished the day 13 under par. Gotta love him on the 16th green for that as well. So, that being said, the future of golf's looking really bright. Last topic of the day, American football. So we had the Big Ten and then we had the Pac-12 shutting down from what we hear. That's not looking good for the NFL season. But transitioning, acting like there is an NFL season, let's cover the AFC East and the NFC East for my man. My man's a Cowboys fan over here, so just so you know, there's going to be some bias in his commentary.
How about them Cowboys?
Nah, never that. So for me, the AFC East best looking team this year is definitely the Buffalo Bills. You have Josh Allen leading the squad, and then at the receiving core, you have Stephon Diggs, John Brown, Cole Beasley. You have a perfect receiving core right there. You have fantasy sleeper and Devin Singletary, and in my opinion, you have the best safety tandem in the league as well with Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer as well. Sorry about the stutter there. With that as well, you have the sleeper team of the AFC East, which is the New England Patriots. You have Cam Newton, Julian Edelman, N'Keal Harry, who's possibly going to come up as well. And then you have the McCourty brothers. The McCourty brothers are absolutely awesome, and I think Devin McCourty is a very slept-on safety in this league. If you're going to have one breakout star in the AFC East, you're going to ask me is Preston Williams. He's a receiver from the Miami Dolphins. You had Albert Wilson and Alan Hearns that decided to opt out for the Miami Dolphins, so that leaves a lot of targets open for Preston Williams, as well as they have the new quarterback on the squad. Manny, how you looking on it?
Well, see, with my bias, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys as the best team in the NFC East, with the addition of C.D. Lamb, who's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver. And yes, 1,000-yard receiver. And then my sleeper is going to be the New York Giants with the addition of Jason Garrett to that offensive coordination room.
Alrighty then. Do you really trust Jason Garrett after all those years?
I trust him as a coordinator, not a head coach.
I don't know if I trust him at all.
I mean, the man's a brilliant offensive mind. Why am I defending Jason Garrett?
I don't know. Why are you
Wow,
defending
wow.
Jason Garrett?
Well, I had to pick a sleeper for this segment, and unfortunately for me, I had kind of still went with my Cowboys bias. Thank you, Jason Garrett, but not thank you.
Alrighty then. So thanks again for joining us for another episode of the S.O.B Sportscast Talking S Show. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and send it out to any friends you'd like to see it. Leave us any feedback, both positive and negative. As well, give us a follow on Instagram. That's S.O.B2. Again, that's Sierra, Oscar, Bravo, Tango, Uniform, Bravo, Echo. Follow us on Instagram, as well as share it with any of your friends. We really appreciate the time. Hope you guys have a great night. Alrighty, y'all. So thank you guys for joining us for another evening of it. Alrighty, y'all. So thank you guys for joining us for another eating up. Woo! These fuckers want pantless. These fuckers are getting pantless. Fuck they talk about. Do I have swamp ass? Like visible swamp ass?
Dude, really?
Is it visible?